You ever walk into a staff meeting where they're hyping up school culture like it's this magical force that's going to solve burnout, boost morale, and somehow make the copier stop jamming? Meanwhile, the vibe in the room is tense. People are side-eyeing each other, nodding just enough to avoid getting called out and whispering, "Didn't we already do a training like this?" And then someone brings up staff wellness. Suddenly, there's a tray of store-bought cookies in the lounge and a motivational quote taped to your mailbox. Cool. Thanks. Can that quote handle my caseload? If you've ever rolled your eyes at a culture-building initiative because it felt like surface level fluff layered on top of real exhaustion, yeah, you're not alone. Here's the deal. Most school leaders mean well. They're not trying to insult us with cupcakes and pep talks. They're doing what they think builds community. But here's what gets missed. Real culture isn't built in a staff meeting. It's built in the in-between. In the hallway conversations, the way we show up for each other during chaos, the tone in emails, the way leadership responds when people are overwhelmed, overworked, or just over it. If you've ever felt like culture was being treated like a checklist instead of a climate, you're not imagining it. It's easy to talk culture. It's much harder to live it. Culture is not the theme day calendar. It's not a PD buzzword. It's not a survey box checked. It's the lived experience of your school community. It's what people feel when they walk into your building and what they say when they walk out. Culture is how we treat each other when no one's watching, what happens when someone messes up, and how leadership reacts to dissent or discomfort. See, a school can have gorgeous mission statements and still have a toxic work environment, or worse, an apathetic one. And here's the hard truth. School culture isn't shaped by intentions. It's shaped by interactions. So what do school leaders get wrong? They often assume culture can be mandated, but it can't be written into a memo. It has to be modeled. Here's what helps. Strategy number 1, lead with humanity, not just strategy. Before we talk goals and metrics, talk about how your staff is doing. Not in a, "Hey, how are you?" as you speed walk past them on the way to a meeting. I mean, really check in. Ask questions like, "How's your bandwidth this week? What do you need more of right now?" Culture grows when people feel seen, and staff won't buy into systems if they don't feel the system cares about them. Strategy number 2, say what you'll do, then actually do it. If you ask for staff input and then ghost their ideas, that's being a culture killer. If you promise transparency and then make major decisions behind closed doors, that's also a culture killer. Consistency builds trust. If something changes or goes wrong, just say so. Being honest doesn't make you look weak, it makes you look trustworthy. Strategy number 3, make room for real talk. Create space for feedback that's not sugar-coated or performative. That might look like anonymous staff pulse checks, or structured listening sessions with a facilitator who isn't your cousin. But here's the trick. Make sure there's a follow-up. People will stop being honest if nothing changes, or worse, if they're punished for it. Here's a bonus tip. A healthy culture can handle pushback. A fragile one can't. Here's what I know. You don't need to be a superhero to build school culture. You just need to care deeply and consistently, and back that care up with action. Real culture isn't loud. It's not flashy. It doesn't live on a banner in the hallway. It lives in how we speak to each other, in how safe people feel to tell the truth, in how often people feel appreciated when they're not performing, but just being. So if you're a leader wondering where to start small, start with honesty. Start by listening more than defending. Start by treating your staff like the heart of the school, not just the hands that do the work. Because when people feel safe, respected, and genuinely valued, that's when culture shifts. Not because someone told them to, but because they felt it. You're already closer than you think.